everyone, so this is my recap for Glee Season 4, Episode 21, Wonder-ful. I want to say, just to start off, that this episode was amazing, really fun, really awesome, really great performances and songs, and I really enjoyed it, and I think a lot of people were really happy with this episode and lived up to its name because it was wonderful. And also, I just want to mention before, this recap might have a lot of mentioning that Kurtz is just this episode, he was just like extra, I don't know, it was just banging. And that's saying something because he's fine as fuck, but I don't know, these outfit choices or something. Well done, thank you, Glee costume department. Anyways, also, Ryder was very excited this whole episode. If you look in the back, how excited he was to do Stevie Wonder songs. Like, I'm the same. Okay, first thing I just want to get out of the way is that I just want to mention why Cassandra all of a sudden is nice in the end to Rachel. Like, she was like saying she was gonna make her final the day before her audition, and then all of a sudden she was nice and doing a song for her, and like that's just how tradition it was. It just didn't add up right, and I thought it was like a dream the whole time that she was being nice to her. It was really shitty the way it's done. I think that Rachel should have just been the underdog, proving them all she could do it, and then, you know, then proving it to them that she could, not just, oh, beforehand, just because she got an audition, that it's all happy times. Like, it did not make any sense, and that whole point of this whole Cassandra-Rachel rivalry just went down the shitter after that. It was stupid. Anyway, so I'm just gonna ignore the rest of that, go on to the good parts of the episode. Poor Kurt and his OCD, and then the fate of his dad, what's gonna happen, and I always enjoy a lovely Kurt intro or voiceover. I'm starting to like Kurt and Blaine again. I really liked them for the majority of this episode. Like I said in previous episodes or recaps, I don't really enjoy Blaine much anymore, but I really appreciated them a lot more in this episode. I think once they were in the same vicinity of each other and seeing the actual episode come to life and not really jump to conclusions, because I don't really read many spoilers anymore and I don't really think about things before the episode. So when I just go into this episode not really knowing what's going to happen, I've really thoroughly enjoy it more. So I think that's my suggestion for everyone, to just kind of relax and chill, you know, with the whole spoilers sometimes, because you don't want to know everything. But till the one scene, I was pretty happy about Kurt and Blaine so far. And when Kurt was watching Blaine in the hallway, you know, talking about it with his voiceover, I thought that was very cute. And I love Kirk, which is Kurt and Mike. I appreciated all of the Kurt Sadies and Kurt and Mike scenes. All three of them together was amazing. I think it's a random little bunch, especially with Blaine at the coffee shop. Like, it was so random because I never thought Mike would be in the mix, but I love it, and I just thought it never would happen, and I really, really, really loved it, and I love Kurt and Mike together as friends, and I think that it's awesome when Glee does those kind of things where minor friendships before become something more, like Quintana, where they were kind of friends because of Cheerios and then the Unholy Trinity, but then they slept with each other, so like the people who shipped them two were really happy. Or like when Sebastian came back and was really cute towards Blaine, all the Sublainers really loved that. So I think that's really great that Glee does that, so thank you. I was annoyed at Kitty in the beginning of the episode because she was being a bitch, but then she had a reason, and she was being helpful and great for Artie. I think that was amazing. I love that it's so different from the Kitty that we used to know, and I love that Kitty's changing, and she likes him. We all know that Kitty likes him, and I think Artie does too, and I really want them together, but I doubt they will, because there's Kitty and Ryder. What's gonna happen with them, and what's gonna happen when Artie goes to college or something. So I really loved her Sign Seal Deliver performance. That was really fun. And also, Artie has a mom. Oh my gosh, I was so excited for this whole storyline because I was used to be an Artie's my favorite character, so I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. He's gonna have a mom, we could see his house, and that was really great. And his mom is Katie Sagal. How fucking awesome is that? So, and apparently he's going to New York as well. Like, why is everyone going to New York? I think, you know, they want to keep the sets and stuff and keep it in the same location, which is fine. I'm not opposed to Artie going to New York and everyone else going to New York. It's just like, it's all in the same place. That doesn't seem logical. but I guess, you know, a lot of film schools are in New York, so I mean, I guess that makes sense in that aspect, so whatever. Also, what the fuck is Tina's problem? She's just bitchy all the time, and like, it doesn't even make any sense. Glee Club hates girls. Kurt, why are you here? Like, who are you? Go away. Just go away and never come back. Take Will with you. Thanks, Tina. Ugh, Tina, go away. What have they done to you? Poor, poor girl. One of my favorite scenes is definitely the lima bean scene. You look cute today, and I mean like dirty cute. And Kurt's face after that, my jaw literally dropped because I did not expect that line. I was just like, but I feel like Blaine and I connect in that way because we have very similar feelings towards Kurt. Thank you. So keep it in your pants, Anderson. Also, Kurt's outfit in that whole scene, because it was on after the McKinley hallway and he kept it on the same kind of day. Great, great outfit choice. His legs, his ass, and those pants, they were tight as fuck, and I love it. Jesus. I love you. So, that was great. I love the whole scene with all of them four. That was adorable. And so, you know, like as a family, and they all have Kurt's back, and the way after Blaine took Kurt's hand and the way Kurt looked at Blaine and then Blaine looks back at Kurt before the scene cuts, that was really, I love that part. That was, they're like, oh no. So that was cute. Also, Superstition was great. Love some Blaine Sadies. They sounded amazing. Bert's cancer free now. Oh, happy Hummels. I was just crying like a motherfucker. And Bert talking about him being able to see Kurt when he gets married and has babies. Like, that's not foreshadowing. A lot of foreshadowing in this episode. I'm gonna go more into that later. I was just like crying so hard, and he's gonna have old people sex with Carol. Of course, Bert's gonna. Oh my gosh, I just love Bert and the whole family. I love Carol. And also, you should see Chris Colfer on the Bitter Party of Five. Has, I think his name's Rami or Romy, who plays Carol. It's so funny. I have it on Tumblr somewhere. It's fucking hilarious. And it's just funny how now she's on the episode. Carol hasn't been on there in a while. So if you know what I'm talking about, then awesome. But if you don't, you're probably like, what the fuck are you? Okay. I love Kurt's outfit in that scene with the doctor's office and then going to sing You Are the Sunshine of My Life. I love those pants on him and that vest. Oh, God, I don't know what it was. Just this episode, great outfit choices. Bonus boner for me. The solo was adorable, perfect as always, for his daddy. Oh, not for anyone else, not for romantic, but for his dad, because his dad used to sing it to him in the car when he's little. Oh, that is so cute. It was definitely the cutest performance, and Marley and Kitty, and who we don't speak of that name, Tina, back up dancing with him. I thought that was cute because we never saw those characters interact before. The song was so cheesy and elevator music, but it was like so perfect, and I just loved it. And like he was guiding his swans, and his little bow at the end was gorgeous, so cute. Oh, I just love him. I just want to hold him up forever. Okay. And Jacob and Harry dancing together, is this heaven? Like the two best dancers, Jacob Artist and Harry Shum, dancing in a performance, and it was awesome and fucking amazing as hell. And I just love Jacob's moves because they're just so smooth, and his voice is amazing, of course, too. And apparently Protozoa from Xenon was on Glee as Mercedes, I don't know what the hell that was, a manager or recording artist, producer probably. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. I kind of skipped those parts when I rewatched it, sorry. But, so that's funny. I immediately remembered. I'm like, oh my god, it's Protozoa. Higher Ground was awesome. Mercedes solo, she was fucking hot as hell when she took off that jacket and threw it to Kurt. And he puts it on, he's just like, oh my gosh, I love them. I love Amber's and Chris's friendship too. So, yeah. Oh, god, it was hot. The Bert Blaine scene was touching. I'm glad that Bert tried to guide Blaine to an actual smart adult thoughts, and he and I had the same thoughts on the matter, because I mean, Bert really loves Blaine and wants him to be like a future son-in-law, but not right now. Like, it just, like I went on and he said, are you kidding? Are you nuts? You know? And he doesn't know what it means to get married. I mean, Bert knows. He's been married twice, and he is still currently married. And it's like, you can't win against that. So, like, he knows his shit, Blaine. You know, marrying the idea instead of the actual person. just because it's legal in New York does not mean you have to get married and rush into it right away, Blaine. You're not together. You still live in Ohio. You're still in high school, not even graduate. I guess you could still be engaged for a while, but like while you're still apart, that's not really smart. So I'm just really glad that Bert was being more realistic because of I was really iffy that what he was going to think about it because of the Christmas episode, which was like ridiculously not typical Bert. Like that didn't make sense to me. Um, and I'm really glad that he brought up Finn and Rachel that wanted to get married and like like you're still in Ohio. You haven't graduated. Next season is still continuing on to this current school year. So I don't know what you're thinking, Blainers. Blaine was just pissing me off. Don't you roll your eyes at Papa Hummel. Don't be getting mad. He's being reasonable. Being reasonable. You need to be reasonable too. Just really dumb that Blaine thinks that marriage solves everything. And I don't think Kurt is nowhere near to be getting ready to get married, especially to Blaine right now. Like, I just not even sure he wants to get 100% back together with him so far. I mean, I know they're kind of leaning towards it, another foreshadowing again, but I don't think he's ready at all for that. Like, they're not ready for that at all. They couldn't even make it their relationship like 2 months after Kurt moved away. How can you think it's going to be any different when you haven't even talked? So, ugh, I hate when people are like, oh, maybe he will say yes. No. Say no, Hummel. No. Don't do it. It's stupid. I don't understand why everyone thinks that love has to be proven because getting married is the answer. It's just stupid. Sorry. If you think Kurt is your soulmate, you don't do something to ruin the relationship even more. And like Bert said, if he thinks that they are meant to be and are truly in love and are the real deal, they shouldn't worry about it and they will always find each other again. Not in so many words. When two people love each other, like you two do, everything works out. And it's true, you don't need to prove your love by getting married. Married isn't the answer for everything, and it's not the answer for this situation. I think in a couple years, if everything's okay and you move in together and everything is awesome, yeah, you're still gonna be able to get married. So stop freaking rushing into it, okay? But I just really love Bert Hummel, and I just want him to be my dad. I also think they truly forgot about Adam. Like, what if he meets someone else? He did meet someone else, didn't he really do that? I think that hopefully they will bring it up in the next episode, the relationship status of Kurt and Adam. I think they broke up. I think that's what they're doing here. But I just don't like the way they've been doing it because if Kurt thinks they weren't ready, because he kind of did seem hesitant to start a relationship. I mean, I think Adam knew the baggage he was coming with when he was interested in Kurt, but like they should at least brought up that they're not working out. He didn't want something serious right away. I mean, it was only a couple months after him and Blaine broke up, so I don't know. I don't feel as if they were ready. I still like Kurt and Adam. I still want Adam back. It's just, and I'm not like, oh, because Clayton has to be together. No, no, no. It's not about that. It's just, I don't think Kurt was ready for anything at all in that moment, and I don't think he's necessarily ready to jump in the sack and get married to Blaine either. I just think that their time heals all wounds, I think. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. And if they kind of just gave them a distance for another couple more months or another year, I think it would have been perfect. But Blaine chickens out proposing. Good idea, Blaine. Continue doing that. And some people say that Kurt looked disappointed and because Blaine didn't ask. But I don't really think Blaine wanted him to propose. I think he just wanted him to ask if they could start over and try again. What's the fate of their relationship? I think inevitably Kurt wanted Blaine to ask first because he wasn't sure where he stood, and if he got like pushed in the right direction, maybe he would feel different. So you look kind of cute when you're nervous. I love when they say they're cute to each other. It's adorable. Making arms, and what a wonderful, wonderful week with you in it. A wonderful life. That was adorable. I feel like that scene was hardcore foreshadowing as well. I don't know what for. It just like for this season or in future seasons, what's going to happen with the fate of them, because when Kurt said, you would have known I would have said yes, right? Like, I mean, come on, that's something's, he's going to say that again at some point, or something's going to happen. Of course he's going to say yes when Blaine proposes. I hope that's not till next week. But hopefully in the future, when Kurt and Blaine do decide to get more maturely married in the far, far, far future. Give it at least 3 years or something, Like, come on. Also, Artie Solo was my favorite. I stand Kevin's voice. It was so fun and colorful. Like, that's a song I'm mostly listening to this week. But like I said, really fun episode, really great songs, performances, storyline. I really loved it. A lot of Kurt, a lot of hot looking Kurt when there's Bert in there too. But then it's really fun and amazing and gives you feels. And I always enjoy a nice Kurt solo too. So it was like just a bonus of awesomeness in this episode. I think the promo was just to mess with us. It is the finale, so of course it's gonna be cliffhangers. Somebody's getting married, but somebody told me that, oh, you're gonna think logically. Yes, I think it's Will and Emma, like they said. Because in the beginning, Will mentions that they're gonna get married again. So I think that was foreshadowing that nobody really listens to because it's Will, so who cares? But I think that they wanted us to not think of that and think, oh, it's Kurt and Blaine. Kurt's gonna say yes, so. And then with Blaine asking Sam to be his best man, I think they just wanted us to make it look like that Blaine's still gonna go through the proposal. Don't do it, Anderson. Say no, Hummel. I think Sam's gonna be against it as well. A lot of naysayers. And Brittany, Sugar, and Joe are back again, so thank you. I love those guys. I missed them, especially my Brit. And my guess for who's gonna be Katie is either Unique or Jake, based on some spoilers I saw. Won't go into it, but who knows what's gonna happen. I'm excited for this episode to end with a bang, a sexual kind, if you will. I do want Kurt and Blaine back together, but of course I want it to be well done, like Darren has said, and I think that it's just not the right direction if you go into marriage. So please be reasonable when you think about these things and how realistic it could be for your own life, you know, man? So future recaps, we'll see. I'll talk about it more in next week's episode. And I will be doing a season 4 favorite songs videos like I always do every season at the end of season, so I'm excited. And I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys for the finale of All or Nothing next week for season 4 coming to an end.